What's good, everyone? It's your host Incognist, and welcome back to episode 2 of Noob to Pro in Industrialists. So just off the recording, all I've really done is I have researched the poles. Let me scroll over real quick. These small MVs and then the MV pole, and then just readjusted these and used those MV poles for that. That is all I have done off the recording. And I readjusted this pipe because this one was not feeding through. That was a rookie mistake on my part, but now that's holding charge. So the next course of action, we'll get straight to it, is I need to change the power over here. So I have to delete these poles because I'd like to use better poles, and I'm going to do the same for these ones as well. I'm going to delete those. I'll delete all of them while I'm at it, to be honest. This one should... oh yeah, screw it, we'll delete them all. And we'll just use these poles here. These should be good enough to run all of them off. I hope. So we'll just swap those out, make sure these get fed. Just like so. We'll run that one over there as well. And we'll have this one do these here as well. And then link that to the battery, obviously. Build another one here, another one about there, and then one just over there, which should reach, yep, just like so. And then link this one up to the tree farm controller and all of the waters. There we go. And just like that, this should be getting a lot more power, so it should be working a little quicker because we are restricted on how much is actually coming through. But we should no longer be restricted on the power that these are now making. If anything, we're going to kill the battery first, which appears to be true. So, I think the next course of action might be to expand our power. Now that the research is researching and all that fancy stuff, we should be able to use not large turbines. Yeah, we do need to refine diesel, but I prefer gas burners, to be honest. Diesel generators are pretty much the next bet, the next best thing really, but that's a bit out of our way. Yeah, so we just need a bit more power really, and I think the best way to do that would be the geothermal plant, which is this one here, but that takes a lot of energy I do not really have today. So what I'll do instead is, I mean, we don't need a high voltage tower, to be honest with you. What can we do? This is new to me. I've never seen that before. What we can do is, if we go over here again, we can do water filtering, which helps with other stuff. Mainly just need oil extraction really, because then that gives us the opportunity to be able to do the diesel refining and such. Just like that right there. So I think that is our next course of action and our next way of getting more energy. Now all these systems are now pretty much producing to their max, but I think realistically we need to get a bit more money and maybe expand our tree farm just a smidge. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to expand this all a little bit more. That should be able to reach just like that. I'll place one down here now, that's not in the way. So that's our tree farm expanding. This has 4 in it, you have 6, you're restricted just a little bit. This one's really restricted. What I might do... how many planks we got in here? 3. It's not too bad, not too bad. How much is it going to cost us to build our oil extraction? 1,200 each. And that does dig out a lot of power, which is the issue. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to build a few more of those. Hopefully they reach. You might be a problem. Yep. There we go. That reaches. Did that one reach? There we go, that one will reach. And all I gotta do is just link them up like so. Make sure they're all flowing the right way. And as it looks to be, should be, which is great. What I'm going to do as well is I'm going to build a few more of these coal drills, link them all up, and flip the one at the end because that'll be feeding the wrong way. That looks all right. So, and it needs power obviously. So we'll link that up to power. And just like that, we'll be now given more power to this battery. So, we have a decent chair farm going. We can make it better, but we do need more money and we need a little bit more RP and we need to focus on our power output. So with that, I'm going to research advanced coal and there's nothing else to really research other than an advanced MV pole. So I'm going to let this play out for a few minutes just to get a lot more money. And I think the goal is to expand this over here and expand a lot more money. So with that, I'll be back in a minute, boys. So while I was muted, all I did was increase the length of the research and added the power to it. And I researched just a few things. I actually kind of just forgot. But I need to research water pumps. The water pump here that you see, which is 8,000 RP. So while that RP stuff keeps on going, I need to make this better, really. I need to make it a lot better. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna there you go. I'm gonna improve this, so I'm gonna make it a little bit longer, just like so, and I'm gonna do as close to all these as I can. It should sort of line up. Doesn't matter if it comes out just a little bit, it's alright if it does. I'll actually do this one block further out, just like that, just so it can fit in. Oh, maybe not that fit in, but just like so. Once you get the hang of it, it sort of does become a lot easier. So now we have a load more planks being able to be made. We just need to get the power all the way down to them. So I'm just going to do the standard method that I've been doing, which is this. And I like to just sort of go up the tariff just to make sure I've done it right. And with that, what I'm going to do is grab these pipes, hold shift and run all the way down like that. And then delete the ones that don't make it anywhere. Because this should automatically feed. And the one that isn't is the one that actually connected to it. Although that one might actually be already connected, which is good. Which looks like it has, which is brilliant. It's exactly what we want. So they are getting no power because I didn't feed them anything. It's always handy. Just like this, and then all I need to do is actually I need to move you just out a little bit, just like that. There we go, and then sort of feed again. There we go. So now they will be getting power pretty slowly, but that's fast enough really. And I'm gonna just grab this and I'm gonna link all of those up with corners just like this. Pretty much what I've been doing before. I looked a bit weird for a minute there, but that's alright, it works. Make sure they all feed the right way, because the last thing you want is it not to do that, and then you find out when you've already divulged so much into it. And then we want 2 straights going off of each. Just like so. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to run a straight one coming down. Leave a gap for a freeway. Just like that. And then grab ourselves a freeway junction. And then make sure that's all facing the right way. And I'm going to do the same for this one here because I might add on to it. So that is more sawmill capacity. The second part we need to do is, because we're going to have a load more planks, we're going to need to sort this out just a little bit. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for that to sell first, which I believe it has. So I'm going to get rid of it now. And we're going to grab 2 craft assemblers. And we're going to join them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go pop. And we're going to go a bit like that. Yeah, just like that. And I'll do like that. So the problem we're going to have here is that one of these pipes have to go through another pipe. So now we can go all the way around and be janky, but then we still need an intersect. So we need to research intersect pipes. And ideally we would like to use these ones. So we get better item pipes, and then we have to wait for that. We'll do better fluid pipes while I'm at it as well, may as well. And what I'm going to do is we're going to try it with this. So we need blue to come through. Oh god, this is going to be janky. Okay. So, oh my, you can't even do it with these. Okay, we'll wait for 1,000 research points, or 5,000 research points, sorry. Which, to be fair, shouldn't take too long. But we'll speed it up because I'll just mess it up, yeah. I'll just hold shift and just keep building more of those. And then again, hold shift and just keep building more of those. And then run on back, make sure that that touches, make sure that touches. Do the same there. Just like that. And now these all will be getting power for research points. And in no time I'll have 5,000 so I can do the intersections properly. And we're going to need it anyway for diesel generation. So better now than never. We do need more power then. We are running low. So let's add a few more, just a few, you know. Not too many, because too many would be silly. Just a few. Connect that and make sure they are all facing the right way. You won't, and one that I joined to won't, but it is. That's okay. You're getting coal, that's great. And what I might do is let's find out how much these other coal things are going to cost. 1,000 each. Nah, we won't do that. What I'll do is I'll just extend the length of all these coal drills. And I'm stuck. Brilliant. There we go. And then just link them all to power. Really? We're not original around here, fellas. What can I say? Just like that, and then that should get a bit more power sent to it. Hopefully. And it actually starts generating. There we go. So now this should be getting a lot more power being sent. Although we are probably restricted on the size of the pole. Which is something else I didn't really think about. So we'll research advanced pole. And we'll replace all these for advanced poles. Right there. Perfect. And then we'll just go da-dunk. Da-dunk. Da-douche. Da-douche. And link all those up. Just like that. And then that should be getting a lot more power sent to it. And it's dying! It's dying! Probably because it's not sucking enough power, to be honest with you. That could be the other issue. But these are getting power? Question mark. Why are you not getting powerful? Probably because you're not getting enough coal. I don't know how you're not getting enough coal, to be honest with you, but It's a mystery marvel to me. Let's see, is there one of these valves the wrong way around? You're feeding up. Yes, there is one. It's you. Any more? Facing the wrong way. No, but I don't like it. But now they should have enough. They should have power constantly running through it. Which means this should constantly have power. But it's dying, so... It's probably because I have too many of these research stations, if I'm being honest. But, that'll soon be gone when we get the intersection pipes, and because we just need a bit more money. Realistically. And then we're sorted. So yeah. I'll see you all in a minute when I got 5,000 research points. Now to get the intersection pipes. I've just quickly researched silos so I can have these pound up while I am waiting, so it doesn't stick up in the pipes, which means it will work straight out the gate and it will work beautifully. Fingers crossed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get our craft assemblers again, craft assemblers, and I'm actually, ooh, hello, try again, shall I? We're going to do it like this. So we have our output. We're going to actually do this, and we'll have 3 of them. Why not? 3 is better than 1. And so what we'll do is we'll route all of the exits. So we need pipe junction, just like so. And we want a straight pipe and another straight pipe, just like so. And that's so we can add on. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do sort of the inverse for this. And we'll have this route one way. And we'll have that sort of the same as well. What this should hopefully do is reduce the amount of intersection pipes that we have. And keep it all nice, tight and compact. We don't really need one here. So what we'll do is we'll have planks there, nails there, because I can just turn these and turn that one out a little bit more. Just makes a bit more sense really. And basically now that we have the research, we're going to research the intersection pipes just like so. And we're going to place them as I do. So we need to go to tier 2 because that's where they are going to be. And we need to go to where actually not tier 3, sorry. Go to the pipe intersections and connect the blues across rather than up. And how we are going to do this is, so that goes bum bum bum. Yeah, that goes bum bum bum. You can have a what's it, and then if that outer one is planks, yeah, the outside is planks. So just like that really. And I've run out of money. Wait, how much are these? God damn, they're 4,000 each. Oh my. Okay, well, that's a bit depressing. So I'll try and build this just so I can earn a bit of money. We place that there. Place a intersection like so, intersection like so, intersection like so. And I'll place another intersection like that just so I can add to it. And we'll have the nails route all the way up. Does mean our output is going to be restricted. So what I'm actually going to do is just remove this one for now, just so I can place it here. So blue goes across, so we want to click on the blue, and then to the conveyor. And then obviously the red goes through, is the way I like to remember this. So we can have the red to the red, red to the red, and then obviously blue, blue to the conveyor, the thing. And I'm actually going to replace this for now and just have that as a throw, just so we can get some money back. And that should be fine, just like so. And then we want to route it around directly to the van. Oh, if I can get the right, there we go. So yeah, I want the van this time. I'll be in tier 2. Van depot. just like that. We want 1 block gap between it just in case. These should be fully functionals. And what I'm going to do is just go like this, wrap them down and give you a corner. And give you a corner, and then you should be feeding out like so. So now that's filling out with planks. The planks are going to go directly in there. Nails are going to go directly in there too. It is unfortunate. It's going to, you know, take a lot of our resource, but needs a must really, unfortunately. Let's see, actually, you know what I can do? I can stop this, and then I can stop that, because that's going to be full. That can hold 20, and then that's going to hold 100, so that'll be full. And then hopefully that should be enough to get us past the 4,000 mark, which means we can then start this one up and have those work pretty much. So we just need 4 planks to be made, which we've already got 2. Just need 2 more. It will go way faster when we have all this connected and set up, because the only thing that we're restricted on now, to my knowledge, is how many trees we actually have, which when we have the money we'll be able to remove all that and make it proper. And then the research should still continue, which actually I can remove a good old chunk of it now, because our power is probably going to be lacking. So we should be gaining a little bit of power now. We're bouncing. When it's making things, it's going to take a lot. So that's the other problem we're going to have when it all is working. How many we've got now? We have 4. Brilliant. We're going to sell. And oh, I need more. Actually, I need more. Do I need more? Yeah, I need 1 more. Damn it. That's annoying. But it's okay. It is alright. What I'm going to do, I'm actually just going to let it work for a little bit. I'll finish it all as one, to be honest. May as well. So yeah, I'll be back when I have 8, 9,000, 12,000. 12,000 probably. So I'll see you then, boys. So I'm just selling the last truckload, and what we can do is we need to build a intersection pipe just there, and our through and through is red, so through to red, through to red. We need to change this to a junction and have that go blue to blue, which means it goes through here as well. And then when this finally sells, we'll be able to put our final intersection pipe on this right here, and then that will be 3 craft assemblers to all of that. So there we go, just like that, red to red, blue to blue, and then red to red, and connect the red to the outputs, just like that, like that, like that. Yep, that's all good and dandy. And nothing's crossing. Nope, that's great. So now we can quickly just make sure that's all linked, which this one isn't because we forgot to change that to a junction, just like that, and then change that to red. Red and red and red, blah, 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 blah. Like that. And now if we do all of this and all of this, now all 3 of these should start working. This will work the most first, then it'll be this one, and then finally it'll be that one, as long as I have put the outputs in the right places. Yep, there we go, they're all fine. And by the time they finish crafting, it'll have enough in there to craft another set, then another set, and another set. So we're getting 3 chairs every 15 seconds. I don't know how long it takes to craft actually. Let's see, it's either 8 or 20. 17 seconds it takes to craft. So every 17 seconds we're making 3 chairs, which means we're making 9 every minute or so. So 9,000 a minute, which works out at some big number a second, which works out to an even bigger number that I can't even count to. So with that newfound information and money being up, we should now have enough. No, we don't. We need 8,000, I think, actually. Yeah, we need 8,000. So what we can do first, though, is we can sort out this issue right here. So we're going to remove our water, just like that. Find out our operating area, which is right over here. So we're going to place 2, maybe 3 water tanks. Tree farm water tank, yeah, that's it. Just place them like so. They're still in range. Not enough cash. I'm broke. Let's still driving, that'll be alright. Okie dokie. So I do need a bit of cash though for the pipes. Come on, sir, please stop driving. This is actually not giving me money yet, which is entirely possible. Yeah, it hasn't given me money yet. That'll be why. I'm dumb, I'm stupid. So we can place a 3rd one just there. And then we have a water pump at the edge here, because it doesn't really need to be connected to much. So we'll have 6 of these water pumps. Ideally we want 2s, but we're in a pinch and it's okay for now. We just want the water junction pipes, and we're going to flow them all the way through. Yeah, not like that. Like that. There we go. And then make sure they all face the right way, which they are, which is brilliant. Have these the same as well. Have those flow just like so. This needs to be a 4-way. Then have that just connect there. Make sure they all go down. And then just follow the trail down like so. And they're all connected. Hopefully this reaches one at the end. If not, this could be sad. Damn it. That's okay, because we can just link one of these about. Will it fit? Yes, look at that. And then link those all up to power. Too far. I'm kidding. Ah, still too far. There we go. So now they should be getting power very slowly because the generators are naff. But that should still be in range. Oof, oh, look at that, just. Which means I can place another tree there. Place a sprinkler there as well, which means I can do 2 out again. Build a box around it. Just like so. And then a sprinkler just there. Because I'm sort of in a pinch. And that should be all good. I'll place a sprinkler about there. That should be good. We'll place one here too. It's a bit janky. I'm going to clean it up when I get a lot more money. There's no point doing it now really. Because we're still using it just to harbour some more income. And maybe a sprinkler there will be nice. So I'm going to have gaps. I'm going to have all it looking funky, but that's okay. But then it should overload us with logs really. So 18 logs in there, 16 in there. 24 in there. So yeah, we are a bit overcamped with planks, and we are low on nails as well. Are we restricted on the amount we're making, or yes we are. So we'll place 2 furnaces, follow the pattern along, make sure the pipes are flowing the right way, which they do appear to be. And that should be golden. That's fine, that's fine. Now these are still going the right way. Yep, they're all going the right way. And they're still getting power. Great. It's just I need to link it to this down here. And power, obviously. I need to link it to power. Make sure that's there. These are powered. So we're getting more, and then that should be enough to fill this consistently to get us more nails. So with that should be getting a little bit water. Probably need a few more of these water pumps really, but actually no, we just need more power. That's all we need. So what we'll do now is we'll research for oil extraction, oil refining and stuff like that. So this here, we want that, and we want diesel refining, and then when we get 4,000 we want a diesel generator. Now this is going to take a lot of power, unfortunately, to run, but it gives you a lot of power in return, so it's okay. And really I want to make more of these, so I'm actually going to delete all of these down here and redo it a bit differently. So what I'll do is I'll have it run ideally by the side. Fine, we'll do it a block in since the game wants to be a bit weird with it. So like that, and then something like this. Let me delete these solar real quick. Actually, I just had a genius idea. So if I do this, route them all coming downwards, we'll get rid of those while we're at it. And then I just built 4 ways. Yeah, I just built 4 ways. So pipe select, 4 ways, holding shift, running all the way down. Make sure they feed into the machines, which they are. Perfect. Make sure that one is going to face the right way. And then the other ones we missed face the right way too. If we did miss any, which I don't think we did. From that, I can literally just run a straight line like so. Feed that the right way. Get coal generators. Oh, coal generators. No, not generators. Just coal miners. And then run these going down like so. And then get the power poles. We'll have one coming down on each side. Like so. And what I'll do is I'll link all of these up to the pole. Look at my genius. It's working overtime, really. So like that, and then I'm going to have a pole that runs upwards from these ones. Just like this. Oh, maybe it'll help if I connect them all. I hate when it does that. And just like that, and then link all of this to the coals. Just like so. And now, if the magic works, aka I put a windmill down because I've actually run out of power, and it's dark, wind turbine, and connect you to that, these should suddenly start pumping tons of power, is the idea. Once one of these starts smoking up, oh, it would help if I actually connect the outputs, wouldn't it? That would be handy. To be fair, the restriction on this is probably the pipe. So now some of these should be smoking, and when they're smoking, they should be working. Then I can link that to that, and boom boys, infinite power. I'm a genius, I know. But what I'll actually do is, these are still not making all the way down, which I'm pretty sure is down to the fact, like, these pipes are just a bit bad. Oh, well, we need a lot more coal. A lot more coal. So what I'll do is I'll build a hell of a lot more coal. Pollution maximum, guys. That's what we're going for. Holding shift, running all the way down, and then just connect that up where it meets, which is there. And same with at the end here, I think, because I missed one. Yeah, this one here. And these ones. This one here too. That should be all. And then I'll just link this up a bit further. And then just go ham. Link all these up to power. They should add a feature where if you hold click, it automatically assigns all the power to it, because it does get a bit annoying to shift click it all. So that's being done, that's all good, it's all dandy. How many chairs have we got? We have 36, which means we have $36,000 reduced to play with. And now the power over here should be resolved. That's probably down to the fact I'm actually feeding from these. I'll leave it for now, really, to be honest. We just need money to do diesel generation, which we can do diesel generators there. Modular diesel engines are nice, but I won't need it really. We could do gasoline. No, we won't do gasoline, we'll sell it. Which means we do need a fluid truck. Where is fluid truck? Fluid truck, where are you? There we go, a liquid truck depot. Because that's where all of our gasoline is going to come from. So how much will it cost us to start diesel generating? 1,900. Shouldn't actually be too bad. We'll start it. We may as well, we have the power now. So, what we need is our oil. Which is probably in tier 2 oil rig, yep. And we're going to run these in just a bit of a line like so. We want a liquid boiler, I believe. Yes, we want a liquid boiler. And we'll put 2 of those down. So that's where we'll put our crude oil. That will heat them up. And then where the outputs are on the side here, we'll put through a crude oil separator. Just like this. Now the problem with this is it does give out a residue, which we need to get rid of for the machine to work. Which is why our fluid pipes come in handy. If you dump it into the ground, it will increase your pollution by a lot. So it's not really worth it. So what I'll do is get that researched, and let's link these up with the pipes, shall we? So we'll get a fluid pipe, just run them all down, make sure they all feed the correct way, have these ones run to the side, make sure this one connects the right way as well. We'll just do that really. It's the lazy way. Link it up with corners, make sure the corners go the right way too. And just like that, we have those connected. So I'm going to connect up these as well if it all reaches, which it does. That's lovely. And we just want to connect that up now. So let's add it to the corners. Get these linked up in the corners. Just like so. What am I doing actually? I need to. I can do a junction here. Link this up like so. Put a corner there. Make sure they are feeding the right way. Which this one isn't. Now it is. And then feed our crude oil into... No, not crude oil, sorry. Feed our... residue into fluid silos. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a fluid silo here, here, and here. Link those all up. And then put our pipe to it. So one of these is the actual output we want. And we just want to put another corner there, feed it in, just like so. And now we have gasoline, which we'll sell. And we'll have crude diesel, which we just want to refine, I believe, once. Just to make it non-suckier diesel, pretty much. So we'll do that, directly link it, like so. Link it to power. I cannot reach. Just like so, link that to power. And then we have gasoline coming out of there, and that's going to be a problem. Alright, let me build that one block out further. There we go. Actually, I could have had it fit out there. That would have been fine. Oh well, don't know. We'll have that feed into there, like that. Just like so. This wants residue, so it wants to go over here. And connect up to this, just like so. Make sure that feeds into that. And that should all be fine and dandy. And then what we're gonna do with our gasoline is we're gonna come this way and then bring it out about there. Get a intersection pipe for fluids. Put it there, red goes through. And we want this to go through like so. And then we're gonna link it up to a fluid truck, because we don't really need it. Fluid truck, if I search up fluid, there we go, and rotate it a little bit. We'll put it right there. Have that do that there, corner, and then another corner just there, feeding inwards. That all feeds the right way. And we'll sell what we get there, which is 20, which should sell for like 7 buckaroos, realistically. But we'll route this up as well. What we'll do is we'll get our diesel generator right there, and we'll feed that in with diesel, pretty much. So that could be a straight, that could be a straight, and that goes in and in. And just like that, we have electricity. And now with the power of magic and God on our side. Why am I using those poles? I'm dumb. Can do that, and just feed it down, really. It does get a bit spaghetti, but again, I'm not in a position to really care. Feed it down, 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 and down. Into the battery. And now we have no problem with power. And just like that, our tree farm will be very happy. And our money will be very happy. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to let that go on for a little bit longer. For a bit more money. So we can expand some other things. I'll be back with you in a minute. So all I've really done is added 2 more diesel generators, and I'm probably going to research a bigger battery while I'm at it. Or I can, nah, I'll do a battery. So what we'll do, we'll go Bardosh, and then we'll get the battery, which is a high voltage battery. Somewhere. Where are you? There you are. And then we'll just place it just there, feed that into there, have that feed out over there, have this feed into here and refuse to feed into there. And just have all of these output into the identical places. Just like so. And this should start draining power a little bit. And then pretty much when it starts losing power entirely, it'll be fine to delete. Which is good. So, with that newfound knowledge, what I am going to do is, we can probably build more research stations. I'm not gonna, don't need to. I'm probably just going to focus on getting more money. So this is working at a decent rate. It could be faster, but I think it's alright for now. This generates enough power. And this works at, I'd say, an okay efficiency. Are we full here? Full there? Are we full here? No. Full. Semi-full. I think it's more of this, to be honest. Yeah. So we need better water pumps. That's what we need to focus on. Because these have 8 planks, 200 nails, 800, 200 nails, 200... Oh no, not a lot of nails in that one. Although we have a lot in the backup. That's because you're not even feeding, that'll be why. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh dear. Nails, nails. Nails. Alrighty. Now the nails are out of the system. Could put the chairs back in there. It should have no more nails coming out of it. Hopefully. Because I think it's just bled, which is good. Those nails are going to be used. We are not making enough planks. That's what the problem is currently. So, what we're going to do is I'm going to delete this pole. Just move it in. Connect it all back up. Oh. It's bugging out on me. It's bugging out on me. There we go. These should be receiving enough power, but they're not. They're not. They're not! So the fix to that bad boy, what it is, I delete all these poles. And we swap them out for the proper poles that I should have been using. But I didn't, because I'm stupid. Stupid and simple I am. So we'll link that. Link. We'll move this over a little bit. That one will be fine there. It's not powering a Titan machine or anything of the sort. That should fit. And then we can have this one just shaken up over here. And have this one just like so. That links up. They link up. They link up. This one should be fine. Oh. Link this one up. Put it to these. That'd be alright there. And link this one up to the rest of these ones. And then link this one up to all of those. That's too far? Really? The janky method makes a return. This one will fit those. That'd be alright. And those there as well. Just needs to feed to the power. This needs to feed from one of the batteries. We'll do it from you, I think. And then I'll link it to you as well. Now, all being good and dandy. No! Why? Why is it doing it to me? So I guess the next thing to research is better power. That's unfortunate, really. It is unfortunate. Because we don't need HMV power. We really don't. But I don't really see another way of doing it. Other than just individual... I do see another way, unfortunately. The janky method. It makes a return. Boom. Bump. Beep. Bump. Skibbity doo dab. Is it pretty? Nope. Will it work? Unfortunately, yeah. This is not getting enough power. I don't really know why. Because you need to be fed power, you are receiving power. Which is grand. Great and fantastic. But it's also sending out power. There we go. Look at that. We're all fixed and sorted. So is that found knowledge? What I can then do is extend this again to produce more planks. So what I ideally need to do is just build it like there, there, and there. Oh, whoops. So that's in a line. There, there, and there. Now that should keep us uncapped for a little while. Let's see. Make sure that's all connecting in. And as always, big old spaghetti method. Feed them. That should all be feeding the right way. Yep, they're getting logs. They're feeding the right way too. We just need to put those there. And put that there. And then just link them all up. It really is magic. And we need to give it power, obviously. Cannot forget the power. Because if you do, it won't work. That is so bugged. There we go, and then magically all of these will start cutting logs, and then plank and plank. Plank, crank. And then we know we're not filling up properly because these, well, you can test by looking at those. But this is not full, the one at the front. When that's full, when we know we need more craft assemblers. Which is why I like putting silos just after or before. So with that, we're gonna sell those. And let's see how diesel is currently doing. Could we do more? Yeah, we could actually. Could definitely do with a bit more crude oil. How's that looking? That's fine. So we're actually doing enough for burning them. The gold next, I think, is going to be... I think now it's just getting a lot of money. Also with the residue, you can literally just delete a silo and replace it. It contributes no pollution. Nothing of the sort. So it's the best method to get rid of anything water-based that's polluting. So yeah. Oh my, we can actually put a lot more diesel in this. You are not getting a lot. Either that or it's just coming out a lot. That sounded wrong. Can I research anything better for power other than that? Oof, doesn't look like it. Could do gasoline generation, but it's a bit hit and go. I think research station 2 is the next thing in order. Doing a load of research and actually unlocking it. Because all we have next is these HMV poles, which, don't get me wrong, they're going to be good. We just need to unlock this theory, which is 9,000 research points. So our crooked and broken method shall be deployed again by placing a load of these and placing a load more of them. I'm done. There we go. And then just placing these poles a bit adjacent, like so. connecting all those up. Connect it to the next one. And the next one. And the next one. Just connect to as many as you can, really. You'll find out if they don't work because won't work. So there we go. That's going to produce a hell of a lot more. Well, it's going to take a lot more of electricity for one. For two, it will give us a lot more RP points. So these ones are going to be a bit slow, which is a bit unfortunate. Which actually I can solve by doing this. I can fix it. Hopefully. That should work. So, with that, we now have a good, decent flow of money. Where is it? Where's it gone? There's so much stuff I can hardly find it. Reducing a good amount of chairs, and we should now have a little bit of a log of planks, because that is why it's going a bit slowly. It's because we're not getting enough planks, which now is probably the issue with oak logs coming all the way down. But all these are fine. Actually, it might be power. No, power's fine. Weird. These should all be connected the right way anyway. Yep, they're fine. Now, the most efficient way of doing it is putting cut logs with 2 sawmills. I can't find a non-janky way to do it, so I don't do it. I just like to do it that's easy to see, easy to follow, easy to change and add on to. That's the way I like going with it. There's no point making it more difficult for myself. Really isn't. Let's sell the gasoline. We'll see how much the gasoline gets us, because it's just another stream of money. Gasoline is alright for money. It's not great for fuel, but if you're in a pinch, it'll do. But yeah, we just want to see how much this sells for. We have 66,000. What are we looking at, folks? What are we looking at? Drum roll. Oh god, it is taking a while. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. Anytime now. Anytime today. If I had to guess, it'd be like 3,000-4,000 from 120 units I think we had. Which doesn't sound like a lot, but considering that's our byproduct, it's alright. Come on, anytime I still save 4,000. 4,000 for 130 units of gasoline, which is pretty good considering it's nowhere near what we would produce. It's literally just the byproduct of the crude machine. But that's maxed out, whammed. This is whammed. So realistically, we'd put a fluid thing there, or we could just build another one of those. But firstly, we need to do this first, so we can actually extract all the power, so that can run effectively. But so yeah, we just need to do HMV poles. Sorry, I'm just losing my thoughts. But it's a lot of AFKing now, I think. Leaving it as it is and just AFKing, because we won't run out of fuel. We now have an unlimited supply, because we produce more than we use. It's just we have no way of transferring it effectively and efficiently. So what we need to do is just wait for 9,000 RP research points to roll in, and we'll be sorted. Don't bother getting power rate calculator. Get a huge truck depot if you please. I don't really see a point in it unless you make a lot of, like, I don't know, plates or things that get made into multiples when you put it into a machine. There's no point of it, really. It's just wasted RP, especially at the start of the game. So we sorted out power, which is one of my main goals of today. We now researched the HMV poles, So it is just a bit of waiting, really, unfortunately. Waiting for the research stations to research, in effect. Which is going to take a little while. So I'll let that run on off the recording. I will not touch anything this time. I'll let it do its thing. And we are probably running low on nails now. No, good flow of nails, it's alright. We'll have that drive. I'll have it run AFK. A for money, B for RP. So that we can replace all these power poles in our sink. Once we get 1 million, I'll demolish all of this. Make a good old diesel factory. A for power. And then sort out the pollution when we get enough RP. So that's all from me today. We did a decent amount to do with power, which it was pretty much the goal. So that's been episode 2 of Noob to Pro. I hope you enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one. I've been your host, Incognist. Peace.